From disaster, hope emerged. On an afternoon in 2002, heavy rains, high winds, hail, and a brief but powerful tornado impacted an inner-city community on the east side of Fort Worth, Texas. Homes, churches, and businesses lost power, and many sustained damage. In the hours following the tornado, Pastor Orlando Reyes and his wife Joanne heard the loud cry for help from their surrounding community. Literally overnight, a grassroots food outreach program emerged. As they drove up and down the streets, handing out cardboard boxes filled with food, it became abundantly clear that the needs of this economically disadvantaged community were far greater than just tornado recovery.
So who could have ever known that from the disaster of the tornado that the food distribution would happen, and out of that would grow the School of Hope, and out of that would grow the Smile Center? I mean, we never dreamed that all of this would grow from just responding to a tornado.
In 2003, the Fort Worth Hope Center was formed. The program rapidly developed into a twice-a-week food outreach event, with cars lining up for miles in hopes of receiving much-needed food assistance. Each car was given enough food to feed a family for a week. In addition, and most importantly, they were provided with extra provisions to take to their family, friends, and neighbors who were also in need. This began to restore a much-needed sense of significance to the folks who had come to the program out of their own desperation and needs. As families got back on their feet as a result of the Hope Center's outreach assistance, Joanne and Orlando encouraged them to volunteer with their own time to help in the Hope Center's continuing and expanding efforts. Today, 12 years later, a large percentage of volunteers in the outreach programs are themselves previous benefactors of Hope Center assistance.
There's love in this environment, and there's help in this environment, and they can be somebody, you know what I'm saying? Because before this, I always thought that I was nothing, but now I'm a kitchen supervisor, you know what I'm saying?
Those that gained assistance through the Hope Center's efforts were also strongly encouraged to reach out through adult education and skill training programs and pull themselves up from the grip of hopelessness and a recurring cycle of poverty.
Here at the Fort Worth Hope Center, not only will you find your life again and purpose in life, but you will find a family, an immediate family that forgives all, and you start out with a clean slate here.
Joanne realized the community's need for education and skilled worker training programs and began to develop adult education and worker certification programs. In 2007, the School of Hope was formed. The School of Hope started with GED assistance and Microsoft Office training courses teaching computer literacy to adult students. These courses quickly began opening employment opportunity doors that would have otherwise remained closed to the school's economically challenged graduates. These graduates, through education and skilled training, developed a strong sense of renewed personal significance and, most importantly, discovered a pathway out of their previously hopeless circumstances.
My name is Rosemary. I'm one of the culinary instructors here at the center. I came here as a result of my children doing a summer work program here at the Hope Center. Miss Sarah was my cake decorating instructor. So she asked me, she says, you know, what is it that you really want to do? What do you really like to do? And I told her, I said, well, actually, I wanted the food carving class, you know, and she told me, she says, well, have you ever done any food carving? You know, I told her, so yeah, I've started learning on my own. So, you know, I've got some pictures of stuff that I do. She says, well, let me see your pictures. Well, she looks at the pictures and she says, oh, sweetie, you don't need to be taking a class here. You need to be teaching one. And I kind of did a head jerk at the time. I was like, I'm still learning, so how am I going to teach somebody else? But she took the pictures and ran with them, went and showed them around to the staff here and Pastor Joanne. And Pastor Joanne saw them and she says, oh yeah, you need to stay and teach our class. You know, would you even consider that? And I was like, okay, sure. So I found a family, I found fulfillment, I found joy here.
Today, the School of Hope provides a wide array of State of Texas Workforce Commission approved education courses and skilled worker training. This includes computer skills, full-spectrum OSHA certified forklift training, ServSafe certified front-of-house restaurant and food service training, custom cake decorating, garde manger and catering, and hotel convention services. In 2013, Dr. Lawrence Oliver founded the Smile Center, a fully operational and licensed dental clinic located on the Hope Center campus. Today, Dr. Wayne Miles is continuing this effort.
I think that you can change people's lives by changing their smiles, and that's one thing I've always tried to do in my work, and it's very rewarding when that happens. So there's a lot of people's lives here I think that we can change just by changing their smiles, help them find a job.
The dental clinic provides free dental makeovers to economically underprivileged individuals who are significantly disadvantaged by severely deformed or badly decayed teeth. By restoring a presentable smile, the recipients of the Smile Center's efforts are afforded a life-changing transformation, opening the door to employment opportunities that would never exist otherwise. Many of the people showcased in the School of Hope and Smile Center's success stories were initially introduced to these life and family-changing opportunities through the Hope Center's outreach programs. Today, they too volunteer, giving to others what they have been afforded through the Hope Center and the School of Hope and the Smile Center.
It's amazing to see people change. I had a lady came in and she was looking at, I think, 47 years jail time. And she came into the kitchen and she was under my arm for months. And we got to be close friends. She became a daughter to me. I'd never had a daughter and I always wanted one. Now then I've got lots of daughters. But she was my first. And it was amazing to see her life change. And every charge that she had against her was dropped. We prayed for her, we prayed with her. We carried her when she couldn't carry herself, and now then she's part of our staff and she's really become the take charge person that we needed here. So every person, Tyrone, when he came, I immediately felt drawn to him, that he just needed somebody to love him and accept him for who he was. And he's just shining. He's our shining star in the kitchen now.
From poverty and hopelessness to significance. From significance to success. From success to service. All from hope. The Hope Center, the School of Hope, the Smile Center. From disaster, hope emerged. Contact the Hope Center today and find out how you can engage your financial support to assist in this ever-evolving, life-transforming effort. The needs are many and the resources are precious few. From despair and a sense of hopelessness emerged opportunities to restore personal significance and hope for a prosperous future. We need your support. Please help today. You can find us at www.fwhope.org or 817-451-6288.